today's video, we set the tone for the month in the letter from the editor. We talk about the must-have winter trends. We talk about what I did this week in New York City, and we make a meal that I eat almost every single week. A girl sits in Brooklyn where autumn has finally settled in. The air is crisp, the light golden, and the city feels quieter, wrapped in the soft embrace of fall. There's a calm that comes with the season, a gentle invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to begin again. The days have turned to cashmere sweaters, light coats, and scarves that feel like comfort you can wear. Soon gloves will become an everyday essential, and we'll find ourselves hibernating in the warm glow of our candles at home, and evenings will feel softer and slower. Thanksgiving sits on the horizon, bringing with it the joy of family, friends, and the beautiful ritual of gathering. It's a reminder that comfort can be found in connection, in care, and in the quiet moments in between. This month on Simply Kura, we're celebrating the beauty of fall, how our wardrobes, our spaces, and even our plates can be draped in warmth, texture, and beauty. We'll explore beauty rituals that remind us that self-care is, at its heart, a form of self-love. Come with me as we create, reflect, and root ourselves in this season, because fall, at its heart, is an invitation to soften, to savor, and to come home to yourself. From Brooklyn with love, Kura. So by the time this video is live and you are watching this, daylight saving time has already happened. It's getting dark really early, which means the cold air is slowly about to overtake us. And just because it's cold doesn't mean that you can't still look good, right? You want to be warm, but you also want to feel good about yourself. So when you are thinking about your fall wardrobe, you always think of the basics that you need. But I also like to think about what is trending so I know what's in the store so that I know what I can shop for if I happen to like the trends that are trending. So we're going to talk about a few of those cold weather trends for winter that we can all incorporate into our wardrobe. But what's really interesting about these trends is that coming off of the quiet luxury trend that's still happening, it's still like a thing that people are loving, right? But coming off of that trend, there are some things that are slowly, really slowly getting us back into a more maximalist kind of vibe. Now, I'm not saying we're going straight maximalism because there's still very much a quieter kind of neutral trends happening right now. But there are a few things that we'll talk about this video and probably the next that if you like and that you want to shop, they would be in the store. So the first thing that I love, which for me is not a fleeting trend, it's something that I've loved for many, many years, are statement coats. I am a huge, huge lover of furry, oversized, big and fluffy coats. Even when I couldn't afford what I can afford now, I was at Forever 21 buying the biggest, fluffiest coat that I can find. Now, mind you, it wasn't the best of quality, so I did have to layer it. But I remember going in there looking for a fur type of coat. When I was a kid, my mom had me in rabbit fur. I had a black and a white. If you've been with me for a while, you've heard me talk about my aunt who gave me a mink coat and a mink stole. Like, fur and statement coats are definitely something that I love and I was kind of raised up on, if that makes sense. So luckily, if that's your thing, these big furry statement coats will be a little bit more easily accessible as they are trending right now. If those kind of furry coats aren't your thing, the other type of statement coat that's trending is a high collar funnel neck, which we've seen during the fall. We've seen hourglass shapes of outerwear, blazers, and jackets. That's also been trending for quite a while. And even just coats with a little more personality, whether they're two-tones or they're beautiful blue color. I showed you this blue one from, I believe, Banana Republic last video, the video before last. Either way, beautiful statement-making coat. We know that when it's cold, especially over here on the East Coast, when it is cold, it doesn't matter what you are wearing underneath as far as looking cute is concerned. As long as your coat is cute, your bags and your shoe is cute, you are on your way. So because I personally have been going through my coats, which is something we will talk about, and I'll show you what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping, because I've been personally going through my coats and looking to upgrade or exchange or donate, just going through the motions that I usually do during this time of year, I have been really looking and finding some beautiful coats, whether it was just out and about or on the internet. And I did find a few that I want to show you today. So sticking with the idea of making a statement this winter, another thing that is very prominent and that has been on the runway are statement accessories. Ralph Lauren, Chloe, and even Gucci, of course Gucci, has really shown these long pendant statement necklaces, which we've been seeing throughout the fall and a little bit in the spring and summer too. But really now, as we are covering up more and our clothes tend to get a little more demure because we are worried more about warmth than anything, a beautiful statement coat and a beautiful long pendant necklace is really something that will bring it up a notch and that you don't have to think about a lot. Another thing that is very much trending and I think is amazing is brooches. Brooches kind of go in and out of trend, right? Or in and out of fashion. But if you are a person that loves brooches, of course you always wear them. But if you are that person, it's going to be much easier to find them now. If you've been with me for a while, you saw that I got that beautiful Chanel brooch when I was in Japan. I have been wearing it on my blazer. I plan to wear it on my wool coat, my long wool coat, just to give everything a little more zhuzh, right? Even something like adding a fur collar to my coat with the Chanel pin is going to be very, very cute. I'm going to be warm because we have wool and fur. And then the little Chanel brooch is just going to bring it up just a notch. I also love when people take a few brooches and arrange it on their lapel or their jacket or their blazer and give it a little more interest, give that outfit an interest. And the rest of the outfit is just like a plain black, pair of pants. I love that look. I think it's fabulous. And again, because it is trending this winter, it will be more easily accessible for us to buy. Another accessory, I know that sounds silly, but it's definitely trending, is the use of belts, right? I've seen people wear double belts. I've seen people belt their jackets and their coats. I've seen people wear different color belts. They're doubling the belt. We've seen chain belts. We've seen charm belts. It's another way to add a little more interest to your outfits this cold season when all you really want to worry about is being warm, but these things help you look cute. And the last thing is quite controversial. And mind you, this has been on trend since last year, so it's not a new trend, but keep it in mind if this is something you love, it's a little more easily accessible, is animal print. Whether it's leopard print, whether it is cowhide, I've seen so much cowhide, or snakeskin. It is very easy to find now from high to low. And if you are interested, it is a very easy way, again, to make a very plain outfit look fantastic. If you don't have it in you and you just have on a black blazer and jeans, throw on a leopard print bag or a snakeskin shoe, and it just gives it a little more interest. If you live in a particularly cold place, like, over here in the Northeast, Chicago, you guys, we're not worried about looking cute all the time. We're really worried about being warm, but these little things add in those details to make you look and feel your best. So as I personally am going through my wardrobe and preparing it for winter, I will be showing you what's leaving and what's coming in. I believe the next video or the video after that, I will be showing you my coats that I'm keeping, the coats that I'm loving, and the coats that I'm giving away. What are you doing to prepare for the winter? I know a lot of us live on the West Coast and your winter is nothing like ours over here. Is there anything in particular you are doing to prepare, or are you just going to show off and tell us that you don't need much? Either way, those are a few trends to look out for as you are preparing for your winter wardrobe. Hey girl, hey. So we came out here to Belmont Park because I want to shop. And I'm hoping that there's more open than there was last time I was here. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful. There's not that many people here. So hopefully we are able to find some good things here. Belmont Park is, I think, on the cusp of Queens and Long Island. I'm not sure. My sense of direction is terrible. But hopefully we'll find something. And yeah, let's go shopping. I was really ready to do some damage, but a lot of the stores still don't seem to be open. There are some stores open, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's all the way worth it though. I would say give it a little bit, but there's definitely still stores out here that are open. But when they are open, prepare for me to come here and do some damage. So I don't know what's next on the agenda, but right now we're going to get my pictures of my outfit really quickly because it's kind of cute. So I was really interested in Victoria Beckham's makeup line after watching her documentary. And when I found out it was in Soho, I immediately had to run over there and pick up a few things. And while I was there, I figured that I would go and try on some sunglasses. I wanted these from Tom Ford. I talked about these in the last video, but when I put them on, I don't know if I love them on my face. So they had a few bags, nothing that I haven't seen before, but it's always nice to just roam around Bloomingdale's and Soho and see what's new. And then we stumbled upon this little store that I have never been to, or I don't even think I've seen, but it has the most cute little niche things in here that I love. It had these beautiful teacups and these handmade candles and the tea that I've been wanting to try forever. And I just love little stores like this where it's little handmade candles and little knickknacks. I could have been in here for a very long time. So later that night, we just went to go get something to eat. We've been here several times, but this time it felt a little different. I think usually when we're here, it's during the summer, and it's on top of a roof. So they had to close it in for fall. So it did feel a bit different, but the food was still quite good. I feel like the menu is very specifically for Southern Italy. So if you like that cuisine, you are in luck. And there were a lot of people. I feel like the lights give it a nice, soft, calm glow. And I would definitely go here again. That I brought you out of Bloomingdale's, but didn't show you what I got from the Victoria Beckham situation. I did go there to try the very expensive foundation, but they didn't have a color that worked for me, so I ordered it and we'll see what happens. But I want to show you a few other things that I got from there really quickly. So if I'm being honest, I've already opened all this and played with it, but I just wanted to show it to you in its box. I didn't even bother to close it. But besides the foundation, the other thing that I really wanted to try was their liners, because I've heard so much about their liners. So I got this one in cocoa, which is a brown, and then I got this one, and then I got this one in black. They have so many different ones, but I feel like I wanted to start with two of the most used, the one that I know I would use the most. So kind of hard to show you while I am holding the camera, but I can assure you that this is one of the most smooth and soft eyeliners that you have ever used. I was actually in shock. Absolutely beautiful. It is so light and airy. And let me tell you something, when you put it on, it does not move. And it is so black. Now, I usually don't use black eyeliner under my eye. If I do, it's at the top. Wow. I can't explain to you. When we do another beauty segment, I will show it to you applying it, but I am very shocked and very pleasantly surprised. This brown color, they call it cocoa, is absolutely phenomenal as well. I feel like I was trying to go for a brown smoky eye, and because I'm already brown, I thought that it wouldn't work, but it works so well. In fact, as far as eyeliners go, I think I prefer the brown, as it's not as harsh as the black. Also, these eyeliners come with I don't know the proper, I'm going to say smudger, but I'm sure that's incorrect. But after you put the eyeliner on and you kind of smudge it out, it looks so good. I am so impressed with these eyeliners. I can't even tell you. Again, these are only two colors that I got because those are the ones that I use the most often, but I'm not opposed to looking at some other ones. So let me show you what else I got. So this actually comes in two different packages, and they cost two different prices. But this is the refillable eyeshadow palette, and this is the color that I chose to get. I am a very brown and neutral and mostly warm color palette, so that's what I went for. I do also have something coming from the Sephora sale that we'll talk about in another video. But again, I have used this shadow already. I just put it back in the box to show you guys, so I can tell you these are fantastic shadows. Now, as far as softness, I'm impressed. I'm absolutely impressed. This really makes me want to try the foundation. I can't wait to get my hands on that. But also remember, this is Victoria Beckham, so it's not an expensive makeup, right? I think all of this was about $150. But you know, sometimes you gotta spend the money to play around a little bit. So I'm impressed with everything that I got here. So anyway, you guys, I have got to go. I'm putting out fires all day today. Sorry this wasn't longer, but I will see you in the next week's vlog. A church service, a potluck, and Jamaica all have a certain place in the story of how my entire family ended up on my betrayal list. It was one of those warm fall weekends when the air still felt lazy. We were driving home from church. I was about 12, sitting in the back seat, minding my own business, when my mother turned around and made an announcement that would change everything. From now on, she said with complete authority, we are a vegetarian family. At first, I thought she was joking. This is the same woman who made the best stewed fish on the block. You see, we're West Indian. Jerk chicken, curry goat, escovitch snapper. These weren't just meals, they were part of who we are. But my mother was serious. The pastor had preached that morning about the perils of meat and fish and how our bodies were the temple not meant for oxtail. He hadn't touched salmon since the 1980s, and he wanted the congregation to follow his holy example. My mother, inspired and fully converted by the time we hit the parking lot, decided that we too would walk this righteous, veggie-filled path. My brothers and I looked at each other in shock, and my father's face said what we all were thinking. This woman has lost her mind. When we got home, my mother called her sister to share the good news, only to discover that my aunt had been on the same path, and she too was making her family vegetarian. Within minutes, the cousins were on the phone, forming what we called Operation Meat Save. It was DEFCON 4. Emergency family meetings were held, whispering phone calls made under blankets, strategies were discussed. And when I tell you we tried everything, we pretended to feel weak after dinner. We coughed dramatically after tofu eggs. We even claimed meat withdrawal, but nothing worked. But then something strange happened. Somewhere between the lentil loaf and the veggie stir fry, I started to like it. My mother's food actually tasted good. Before long, I had stopped fighting and quietly joined the green side. Unfortunately, the rest of my family didn't hold out. My dad fell first, victim to a potluck chicken pot pie. My brother soon followed when he conveniently forgot his lunch at home the day spaghetti and meatballs were served at school. My mother lasted the longest, but I should have known her downfall was near when she said, "Let's just drive past KFC for the smell." My cousins, well, Jamaica got them. One trip, one bite of jerk chicken, and that was it. They defected. And I don't even know when my aunt gave up, but she did. Suddenly, it was just me and my brother holding the line. Then he moved to China, and I knew I was going to be the last vegetarian standing. So yes, one by one, my entire family betrayed me. They all ended up on my very official betrayal list for crimes of sheer rudeness. Eventually, I too caved. It started with salmon, innocent, I told myself, practically the vegetable of the sea. Now, years later, I still eat mostly vegetarian, though I can't deny the occasional grilled salmon. Looking back, I can admit my mother had a point. Veggies are, in fact, delicious. But I'll never forget that warm day when she turned in the front seat and changed the family menu forever. Because to this day, every time someone at a cookout reaches for jerk chicken, I can't help but smile and whisper under my breath, "Betrayal." I am actually a huge fan of off-the-shoulder anything really, but even sweaters. If you see that I wash it, I wore it in this video. And this one is from COS. I am on a journey to have really nice knitwear in my wardrobe. It's going little by little. I still have some things I need to get rid of that I will be wearing, but as I build my wardrobe, I'm looking for good pieces. Anyway, this is off the shoulder, something that I've worn for many years, and this is from COS. It is 100% merino wool, which makes me feel good in the price and good to add to my wardrobe. I also love the color. I'm very much a person who loves brown. Speaking of off the shoulder, this is from Revolve. The fabrication is not as good as the last off the shoulder sweater, but I do like the style of this as well. I don't know if I like it more. Well, maybe I might like it more. but I think it's just as cute. It is a bit more expensive, and it does come in several colors, and I will put it in the description box. The winter sales have really started. They have 30% off your purchase at J.Crew, and I'm hoping they have it as well when this video goes up. I think this is a very cute corduroy jacket if you're into corduroy. I love this. They also have this all velvet suit that I think is fabulous, especially for the winter and the holiday parties coming up. They do also have it in different colors, but I really think these two colors work well for the holiday season. And if you haven't noticed, velvet is a big thing. It's supposed to be a big thing this winter, so we'll see how that pans out. But I do love this, and I really love it because it is on sale. Obviously, I will leave all the information in the description box. If you are a person that loves Chloe but doesn't or can't afford Chloe prices or doesn't want to pay Chloe prices, this is very Chloe. It's very bohemian, it's lace, it's girly. The sleeves are beautiful and dramatic and fantastic. Even if you put a blazer over it and have a little bit of the sleeves poking out, I think that would be really cute with some jeans and a little heel. Very amazing. This is from H&M, so it's not that expensive, but you're going to get bang for your buck if this is your style. Earlier on, I told you that animal print is on trend for this winter, and it has been for quite a while. And I recently sold some snakeskin boots simply because the heel was too high and I wasn't getting enough wear out of them. So I decided maybe I should look for a flat pair or a pair with a lower heel, and these came across my in my search. And these are from Staud, and I think they're really cute. I do think there's a sale, so I will put them in the description box. I was trying to decide between these and black because I do want a new pair of black flat boots, but they have a few different options, a few different colors. If this is too much for you, of course they have black and they have brown and they have some in suede. Or if this cost too much for you, this boot from Schutz is a great option. It's much cheaper. It's even on sale, I think like $130 or $50, and it looks very similar, much cheaper, and a great buy. Of course, I'll leave in the description box. If you like this shoe or you like this boot but don't like snakeskin, again, they have it in black and brown. They even have it in a over the knee option. In fact, this might be an over the knee option. They have both, but again, I will leave it in the description box like I always do. I got a coat last year, 2 years ago, that looks like this from the Frankie shop. I mean, almost identical, and I'm wondering if it's the same manufacturer. But this one is from Mango, and it comes in a brown and a black. It is much cheaper than what I paid for my Frankie shop coat. I don't know how heavy it is, but I know that it looks beautiful. I'm even contemplating, and this might be ridiculous, but I'm contemplating getting it in black, simply because when I ordered the brown one, I was trying to decide between the black and the brown last year, and if this is the same quality, I would love to have it in black as well. Again, much cheaper than the Frankie shop one, but just as fabulous by the way it looks. Speaking of coats, we talked about statement coats being a big trend, even though it's kind of always a thing this winter, and you can go really expensive, $800, $1,000 or more. You could even thrift it if neither one of those are an option for you. This from ASOS is a fabulous option. In fact, ASOS has a lot of fabulous, really statement coats that are within a good budget. This is also another one from ASOS. This is so fabulous. If this was all real sheepskin, this would be a lot of money. But it is absolutely stunning. Just with a pair of jeans and some sneakers if you have to, with some sunglasses, this is extra cool. Again, I can't speak to the quality because I don't have it, but looking at it, this looks absolutely amazing. I really love this. We also talked about the shapes of coats being a statement for the winter, and I think this is another option, again from ASOS. The hourglass shape of this coat is giving very much designer, right? But not the designer price. I think this is really cool. Again, I don't know how warm it is. This might be better suited for somebody who lives in a warmer climate. Us over here in the East and the Midwest, I don't think this will work for us. But for the rest of the country, this might be a fabulous fabulous option. Anyway, guys, this is this week's Fabulous Finds. I'm really in winter mode as I know what's coming, and I am going to be ready for it, but in a very, very fabulous way. So in today's video, we kind of did a lot, right? We went through the letter of the editor to get caught up. We talked about some winter fabulousness that we can expect. We went out shopping this week in New York City, and I showed you what I got from the Victoria Beckham makeup line. I told you about my family's betrayal and how they left me to be the only vegetarian standing, and how they are all now on my betrayal list. As usual, we did the fabulous fashion finds where I talked about coats and amongst other things, but coats that I'm very excited about to look for winter as it is on its way. It's almost coat season. And as usual, we just had a good old Simply Kura time over here. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my very next video.